Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the PHNX Rising podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. My name is Ramon Chavez, and alongside me is my partner, Owain Evans. And today, we have someone here right in the middle with us. So a very special guest in the house, Mr. Santi Moar. Let's give it up to Santi. You got the whole crowd here today. How you doing, Santi?
Hello, guys. How are you? Thank you for having me. It's
Hey,
an honor
man.
to be here.
No, it's an honor. How you been, man? You've been in the off season, resting up. How's everything going?
Yeah, man. It was a long off season as always. I was itching to get back into the States and start working again to have another great season in Arizona. So
Definitely. So you went out of the country, right? You went back to Spain for a little bit?
yeah, I went back to Spain.
Okay, how was that?
Stay there with my family.
Nice.
Spent Christmas.
Yeah.
Traveled a little bit, and now with the energies renewed. So.
That's right. That's what it's all about. And you're from Ordes, right? Ordes, Spain?
Correct. Yeah, it's a small little town.
Small little town.
In the northwest of Spain. So yeah.
People that are not familiar with Spain, it's like around 6 hours from Madrid, if
Yeah,
Google
6
Maps was correct.
6 hours drive by the ocean. So
Gotcha.
Very relaxed, very quiet place.
Nice, fantastic. No, man, that's amazing. I hope one day I can go to Spain. You can show me around once.
You're
once I'm over
definitely
there.
welcome anytime.
Appreciate it, brother. So Owen, any questions for Santi right now?
Well, I mean, you spawning off on the off season. You didn't get back here for that USMNT friendly, did you?
I didn't. Since I have to get a visa every time I get back to the States, I was waiting for that process to get sorted out. And once I got the visa back, I traveled back.
You ready to come back?
I joined the team. Yeah.
What do you think the score would have been if you'd have been here? Do you think they'd have won if you were here?
Well, I don't know. They are definitely on form, and we weren't we didn't train at all before that game. But obviously, it's great to play the national team when we have the chance.
No, it's awesome that they're able to use the facilities at Rising, and we have the MLS teams too that use them. So it's good to kind of see them here. And then, do you ever run into any of the guys who say hello or kind of different schedules?
Yeah, obviously with the Sporting Kansas City, they are training right before us.
Yeah.
So with Andreu Fontas, a legend from Football Club Barcelona and Celta de Vigo as well, really close to where I'm from. I chat quite a lot with him when I have the chance. So.
Nice, man. And so over the winter, you said you flew back to Spain. There was you were out of contract for that time. Is that correct? And then you're able to re-sign with the Rising for a couple more years. How did that go? Was there like a lot of negotiations there, or what was going on that side?
Well, there was always talks throughout the year of me coming back to Phoenix, and there wasn't obviously many doubts that I wanted to be here and keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah,
and obviously during the off season we were able to seal that, and happily I'll be wearing these colors for a few more years.
Awesome.
And it's a 2-year extension you signed, yeah?
Correct, yeah, correct.
So, that means if you stay out this whole now 4 years at Rising, that'd be the longest time you spent at a club. What is it that's, I guess, special about this team in particular?
Well, that's true, and I was thinking about that the other day, and that means that there's something that good about this organization, about the city, and I think the best thing is that we are a winning organization, a winning club, and when you obviously are on top, you enjoy playing, you enjoy the day-to-day basis. So for me, it just makes sense to give continuity to this project and stay here.
No, that's awesome, because I think Rick did mention that he was asking the front office too. It's like, look, in the USL, you see these 1-year contracts and then you move on to another team or you go somewhere else. But he wanted that continuity so that way the players can stay a little bit longer. So I appreciate that, and that way the fans can cheer you on for a little bit longer as well. So that's awesome that you're able to stay for a couple more years. You did say earlier that the season last year ended a little bit prematurely, right? In the first round of the playoffs. So are there any expectations coming into this year? Anything that you put on your shoulders and for 2022?
Yeah, obviously the way the league is built and with the playoff system, if you don't finish raising the trophy at the end of the season, it feels like you didn't give your best, or it feels like you left something to get done. So obviously the goal is to raise the USL Cup in November 13th. But if that doesn't happen, there's obviously 32 teams that want to get the same goal. And I don't think not raising the trophy at the end of the season is calling this a unsuccessful season.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had really good moments throughout the year, and as I said, I think we are a winning club,
Yeah.
a winning organization. But obviously, when I went back to Spain, everybody was saying like, "Wow, what a shame you guys didn't make it to the to the final, or
Yeah.
what a shame like this you lost in the first round of playoffs." And I was thinking like, come on, I mean, I had a pretty good
That's pretty
season.
good.
I scored quite a lot of goals, but nobody cared
Yeah.
that those individual accolades. Nobody cared about that. So
Mhm.
that's like
Is
next-
that like a Spanish mentality that
Yeah,
like, hey,
yeah,
if you don't
yeah.
raise the trophy at the end, doesn't matter what you did throughout
correct. So for me, it's like it was eye opening.
Yeah.
Like next year, I gotta go home and
the season?
with the trophy, and it doesn't matter how well I do individually. Like as a team, we need to win. We
That's
need to
awesome.
win. And
What time are the games over there? There must be pretty early, right?
Yeah,
if they're
they're
waking
like
up?
around 4:30
Oh
a.m.
man.
4:30 a.m.
Oh.
when we play at 7:30
Yeah.
here in the States. So yeah, just a few
Yeah.
of my family members
Hey,
and
that's
friends.
awesome. Man. I respect that.
They watch it and they reach out to me after that, and I respect the people that really
That's
wakes
awesome.
up
Yeah.
and watches.
Because we do the same over here when we're trying to watch the.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe not that early, like Madrid, Barcelona. Maybe like midday, but I respect that. Any other questions, Owen?
Yeah, so I mean, do you think you got robbed a little bit last year when they gave the team MVP award to Aiden? Do you think you got robbed there? Because you right, you had a
No.
pretty good season last year.
No, I don't think he got robbed. Which that's the good thing about this. Like soccer is very subjective thing,
Mhm.
and a lot of people
Mhm.
likes different styles and different kind of players. And for me, that I got recognized with the league and also through with the team and Aiden as well. For me, was like sharing accolades was the best part, and I love sharing the field with Aiden as well, because I think he's an MVP on my eyes. So
Yeah.
obviously I didn't think it was robbed. I think it was very very deserved by Aiden.
But you're coming for him this year. You're gonna take it this year, yeah?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's right. That's the mentality you want. So speaking of teammates, Santi, we got to talk about Solomon Asante. So obviously he's not coming back this season. Big loss over there on the right side of the field. How did you feel about that? How did you find out about him not coming back?
Well, obviously, throughout the season, when we didn't see him renewing, that
Mhm.
was what we were all expecting, to be honest.
Yeah.
But at the end, they started signing different players, and he wasn't part of the
Mhm.
plans, or he had different goals in the future. So obviously, not something that you like to see when a captain and a leader like him
Yeah.
leaves the club. But obviously, he left a mark in the team. He set a foundation
Mhm.
for all of us that come after him, and obviously we'll miss him, but
Yeah.
we'll try to step on his shoes and do the best as we can. I'm pretty sure he'll be supporting Phoenix from wherever he plays next.
And do you think, as you mentioned, you're losing the captain there. Someone else has now got to step up and take that
Mhm.
armband. In your eyes, who do you think suited to that?
Well, we have a lot of great leaders in the team, that people that have been in the club like for over 4 or 5 years. So I'm sure the team, the coaching staff will make a decision, by the end of preseason. Or
Yeah.
maybe they have already made their mind, but I don't know. Let's see. It's gonna be interesting.
It's a good politician's answer, that one.
There
Eh?
you go. That's a perfect answer, Santi.
I've been working with Jason before.
Some PR stuff. Awesome. So I did want to ask you something. So I was doing a little bit of research on your time over there when you were at they're called the Philadelphia Union 2 now, but they used to be what was the name? I forgot.
Bethlehem Steel.
Bethlehem Steel.
Mhm.
Man, I just had it right here. Did you spend time with Marcus Epps over there when you got
Yeah.
up there? Okay.
We got drafted by
Okay.
Philadelphia in the same year.
Mm-hmm.
So he was obviously first team contract.
Yeah.
I was part of the second team that year, but we spent those 2 seasons
Okay.
pretty much together, because he was coming down. We were training together on a daily basis. So
Yeah.
I know Marcus pretty well.
Yeah. Did you guys get to play like in an actual game together, or was it just practices?
Yeah. We played like over 20 games together.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
how was that sharing the field? Because right now it looks like he's gonna be on the other side of the field next to you.
Mhm.
So
Well, I think there's a play that he sets me through and I scored, and
Oh, you guys already have a play?
We
all set up?
we already have some
There you
plays
go.
together. He assisted me, I assisted him.
Okay.
So I mean, I think the chemistry, we're gonna get that chemistry back, and he's a great player.
Yeah.
I absolutely love when Rick Chance texted me. He's like, "Hey, we're thinking about bringing Marcus." I'm like,
Do it.
awesome, because I mean, I know we are gonna get goals together.
Fantastic.
And he's a great addition for the club.
Yeah.
I guess even from like a tactical perspective, I guess how does it change playing with Marcus over there rather than having Solo?
Well, he brings a little bit more of athleticism, so we probably could exploit the the balls in behind a little bit more, because he's Solo was very quick in short spaces. Marcus is a little bit faster in the
Like the
in a
open
longer
field.
field.
Yeah. Mhm.
So obviously that's we are still trying to adjust for that change, but I think he's gonna bring a lot of qualities to this club.
No, that's awesome. I did when I was doing some research too. I did see that you also had a bit of a trial before you joined Bethlehem Steel. You did a trial at Tampa Bay. Is that, if I'm correct?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. That's true. I went for 4 days.
Okay,
So
4 days.
right after college, they called me, and I didn't have a contract with anybody,
Mhm.
and that was right before Philadelphia drafted me
Yeah.
for that year. So I went for 4 days in Tampa, but then Philadelphia called me, and I just left
Yeah.
the trial,
They offered you a contract, and you're
and
like, hey,
they offered me something guaranteed in Philadelphia. So I'm like,
I'm out.
I'm out.
That's awesome, man. So you had an opportunity to face against them, right, in the 2020 USL final, but that didn't happen. So is there like a chip on your shoulder? Like, hey, man, like I got something to prove here next time we meet, or how do you feel about it?
Yeah, definitely. Not playing the 2020 final, that's something that
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna remember it for the rest of my life, because
Yeah.
obviously getting to a final, it's incredibly complicated,
Yeah.
and then not being able to play it, and either you can lose, you can win it, but not being able to actually
Would you
compete.
feel Would you feel the same if they had awarded it to you regardless? Like, hey, well, Tampa's the one with the cases. We're gonna give it to Rising.
Nah, I
you wanted to
think
win it.
I needed to play that game. I
Mhm.
needed to win it on the final, on the field. It wouldn't feel good if they just give us the trophy. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's something I gotta talk to the USL about. But
Well, yeah, we spoke about Solo moving on, but he's obviously not the only person to move on. In Juan Guerra, obviously, has now moved on to Oakland, where he's taken up a head coaching
Mhm.
role. What kind of a loss is he, from the coaching staff, been to you as players?
Well, Juan was very close to us. Obviously, he speaks Spanish. He was a player not a long time ago. I played against him when he was an indie. So he could relate with us a lot. And, he was very good coach from my point of view. And obviously, not having him, we are going to feel it. But we have an excellent coaching staff that, has been working extremely well during this first 2 weeks of preseason, and I think, sorry Juan, but I think we'll be just fine. but he'll do okay in Auckland as well, and I'll be happy to see him, create an organization over there in Auckland, and I'm happy for him.
So you'd be happy to see him lose the conference final to you then?
If he doesn't make it that far, I wouldn't be sad either.
Oh man. And so, speaking of preseason, how's that going for you? Like, how are you feeling so far? You guys were in Tucson on Tuesday, so how'd that go? How's your body feeling?
Feels good. Obviously, we already had a match against an MLS team.
Mhm.
Obviously, they've been training for probably 2 more weeks than
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
So yeah, we're just building that chemistry within each other, and getting that fitness in. So
Does it really, that game in the first half? They had like 2 quick goals, if I remember correctly. Did that freak you out at all, or is it kind of just, hey, it's preseason, let's keep working, let's keep doing our thing?
yeah, you're right. They scored 2 early goals, but I think our reaction was pretty good after both goals, and we got good spells of possession, and we created some threats into their goal. So, and then we had the chance to score with Kevin Lambert's goal off a free kick. As I said, we just keep building those relationships, and I think we'll have
Should be good.
a strong beginning of the season.
Awesome. And then you go against Kansas City this Saturday, right? And so you're looking forward to that one? Like you said, they've been training. You see them all around.
Yeah, for us, I mean, having this adversity at the beginning of the preseason, obviously challenging ourselves with two great teams.
Yeah.
This is invaluable for us.
Especially MLS teams, right? Then, like you're saying, they have the fitness already, a little bit more prepared, I guess, in that sense.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Hopefully that is useful for them because we also present a good challenge for them.
Yeah, for sure. And that, speaking of the preseason a little bit more, last year you had like 2 months of preseason. This year you only have 1 month. Does that matter to you, or does it really bother you that you don't have that extra time? Or
no, I think we have like a month and a half.
Okay.
All February and 11 days of March.
Yeah.
And I think that's plenty.
Gotcha.
Plenty with enough games. I think we'll be ready.
You'll be ready.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I appreciate those answers, Santi. Before we get keep going with our next questions, I do want to read our little advertisement here with DraftKings. So are you gonna watch the Super Bowl this weekend? Are you a big football fan?
I'll be watching the Super Bowl. That's for sure. I don't follow it all the year. But,
you can tell by the way he answered that he's on the same page.
Because Owen doesn't like
it's
football.
It's the wrong type of football.
Yeah, he says the wrong type of football.
You know, we know what the right type of football is here, but that's.
No, but if you guys are watching the Super Bowl this Sunday, make sure to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. This is the moment football fans have been waiting for since September. They're going to be over there in LA. Shout out to Edwin, our producer. He's not here today, but
it's okay. We upgraded him for a better model.
We got Santi in instead. But if you guys haven't yet, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56. And they're giving customers 56-1 odds on either team if you download their app. Bet just $5 or more and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. If you're not a new customer, bet on Super Bowl 56 props instead. DraftKings Sportsbook offers a wide range of props throughout the game. You can take your shot at winning cash by predicting props like if it's a non-quarterback, if a non-quarterback will throw a pass, fourth down conversions, total yardage, and so much more. If you're downloading the DraftKings Sportsbook app, you do have to be 21 and over, Arizona only. Gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. All right. So, Santi, Owen has some questions for you that he wants to add, mostly to put you on the spot about your teammates. So there you go. Go ahead and get comfortable. We'll see if we can get you some water too. But Owen, go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, we're not going to keep you too comfortable here because what we're going to do, we're going to put you on the spot, right? We want to peel back the door of that locker room and get an idea for, a little bit of insight into your teammates.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Owen. Go ahead. I'm ready for anything.
He's used to me by now. He's used to me. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you like a description and say, who's the most likely to do whatever. You've got to tell me who you think it would be.
All right.
Okay. So who do you think would be the most likely to absolutely lose it in training because they think they were fouled?
So who would
just lose it because they think they were fouled in training?
Santi. Yeah. I mean,
he's always in.
I gotta take that one. But I'm working on that, but definitely I lose my temper too much, and my teammates know that. And all the referees in the league know that. So I'm still working on that.
Speaking of that, who do you think would be the most likely to get sent off before kickoff?
You can't say Santi again.
I would say that's very unlikely, to be honest.
But if someone had to,
I don't know. I would say Darnell King.
Darnell, okay.
I couldn't tell you why, to be honest, but
You think he'd be the one?
Well, it's all right. We can ask him later on what he's going to get sent off for before the kickoff. Who do you think would be most likely to get hit by a bottle celebrating in front of opposition fans? Who's going to be antagonizing him?
I think Lalo. Lalo. I love when Lalo celebrates with after every goal. He's the first one running. So he's the most active in our celebration. So I think he'll take it for the team.
Who do you think is most likely to enjoy an away win too much and miss the flight home?
I'm gonna give that one to Marcus.
Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's from your time back in Philadelphia, or?
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
that
Who do you think is most likely to lose all their money on bad investments? We keep seeing all these tweets about NFTs.
Uh-huh.
NFT? I'm gonna buy one now because all the tweets I see.
That's a very, between Aiden Queen or Darnell. They're very into, but probably Zach Loving.
So you're not fully convinced by all the pigeons?
Yeah, I'm definitely not. Definitely not.
Who do you think, we mentioned Trey Muse's dad earlier this week on the podcast. So who do you think is most likely to have their dad threaten to beat someone up on Twitter for criticizing their performance?
From our team.
Yeah. Whose dad would be the keyboard warrior?
I don't know many dads in our team, but I really love Joey Callistri's dad. He's definitely like Italian style. So if you know Joey Callistri, his dad is. So I'm pretty sure he'll defend his family. He'll defend Joey Callistri. So yeah, I'll say Joey.
Who do you think is most likely to be on a reality show after their retirement?
Probably Joey Farrell. I think he can pull it off, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big Brother, something like that. Put him in there.
Exactly.
Who do you think is most likely to become a meme for their bad fashion taste?
Wow, I'm surprised with Babu's style. You'll
Fashionable
see,
guy?
fashionable guy.
Yeah.
He threw some shirts on the other day that I was very impressed. I'm ready to look more, see more of him. During the year. But I think Babu has some potential.
Nice.
Who's got the worst music taste?
I think one of our interns for the Joe from the medical staff. His taste is probably he throws some metal and then some dub house and techno in the middle of the training room, and I'm just
too much. What are you into, Santi?
I'm into just good music, just
music?
normal music. Like
good music.
I'm very simple. I'm very simple with music. So. But I listen any kind. I listen a lot of Latin music.
Okay.
Obviously, but I also rock and roll, soft rock, and also house music and
no headbanging.
But
stuff,
nothing that gets my head crazy.
Give you a headache or something.
No.
And then I'll give you one more. Most likely to get a phone call for telling us something that they shouldn't have. I'm just working out who we need to book on our next interview,
Well, I think, we are... I don't think anybody will, speak more than they should. In our team, we keep...
They're doing a good job, right?
We keep our secrets. We keep our secrets very, very well. So, I don't know. Just keep digging and see if you can find out more details about the club.
That's pretty good. I do want to shout out our viewers right now. Make sure to ask your questions in the comment section. Shout out to Pat, Josh, Mac. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Any questions that you have for Santi, try to put them. For example, Josh, do you know Mana? You listen to them?
Mana?
Yeah, the rock band.
I like Mana.
There you go. Josh says there. He's like, I wonder if he listens to Mana. There you go, bro. There you go.
Bendita la luz.
Mira? We're gonna go to the concert next time they come. Awesome, fantastic. So Santi, I was listening to some of the other podcasts, and you mentioned you we're gonna get along because you're a Real Madrid fan as well. What happened there, man? Because I know that a lot of the listeners and viewers are gonna see this and be like, I thought this guy was for someone else, but Real Madrid. Why Real Madrid? And why did you go against your grandpa? Because he was a Barcelona fan, right?
Yeah. I know. And the only person I watched soccer growing up pretty much was my granddad. And he was a Barcelona fan. But I don't know, when I think it was 2002, Real Madrid won the 9th Champions League.
So you're in the Galacticos era.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me, watching that and then Zidane's volley and all those things.
That was in the Champions League, right? Against Leverkusen? Yeah.
Against Leverkusen, yeah. So those little things, those little moments for me. And
see, Barcelona wasn't good at that time, right?
Exactly.
There
Barcelona got better later, which was, bad for me because my granddad was celebrating all these wins, and I was suffering. But
It got better for him though, right? Like
exactly. But yeah, Real Madrid. I don't know why.
Yeah.
My two siblings, older siblings, were Real Madrid supporters, so I just
kind of
went
go with
along.
them. And you said Salta de Vigo is close to your hometown.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Deportivo de La Coruña and Salta de Vigo are from the same region
Gotcha.
as
Okay.
I am. So I don't know.
Deportivo's not doing that great, right? They actually went down a few.
Yeah, they are trying to go back to second division.
Wow.
So that is.
Gotcha.
this
I know
is-
Deportivo because of Andres Guardado. You know, he
correct,
used to
yeah.
play there when he was
Mhm.
younger. So that's why I was like, I gotta ask him about that one. That's awesome, man. And so any activities that you're into right now? I saw that you were into mountain biking. Are you still doing that?
I do mountain biking,
Yeah.
but usually a little bit in the off season.
Okay.
But not much during the season.
Do we need a
especially with-
Peloton for you? You know what it is?
I need a Peloton. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. If you can put some bumps and some jumps into the
Yeah,
Peloton.
we'll put
but-
you the mountain just going up and down right there.
No, but during the season, it's just impossible for me to get into the mountains, and just,
Yeah.
it takes a toll on my legs,
Yeah,
and
no.
I as I get older, I can't.
Yeah, you gotta
I
be
can't
careful with
handle
that, man.
You know what? Let's throw over actually to a couple of the questions we've
Yeah,
had
let's
coming
do it,
in.
let's do
So
it.
you know what? One that literally just came in. Then, who would win in a fight? Would it be you or Corey Herzog?
Poof. I mean, I heard Corey Herzog is a pretty cool dude. Like, I think Darnell King was his teammate. I don't know if Musa, but they said he was a pretty cool dude. I mean, every time I see him, he's mad and he's like, he looks like he's gonna kill you. So I don't know. I don't know him personally, so I think I get pretty mad on the field as well. So it's gonna be a tight.
It's gonna be the right. Michael has a question here. What player did you grow up idolizing? You said something about Zidane. Is he the guy?
Yeah, Zidane, Raúl, like
Mhm.
with number 7.
Yeah.
I really like how he celebrated the goal, like
Yeah.
pointing at the jersey and yeah, Zidane is one of the
Any love for Ronaldo, the old Ronaldo?
Nazario.
Yeah. El Fenómeno.
I love him.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think you had a question about. Do you watch like Netflix, Casa de Papel, and stuff like that?
Mhm.
Okay.
I watch
That's
Casa
a
de
Spanish show, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you into it? Yeah.
Yeah, I finished it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think Neymar was in there, right, for an episode or something. Am I wrong? I don't know. I haven't watched it, but I heard about it.
Maybe with the mask.
With the
I
mask.
don't know.
Gotta rewatch
I
that
don't
one.
remember. I don't recall that.
Okay.
And then maybe hop on one more there. So Jared asking if you got any funny training stories. Let's say this season. Any funny training stories from this season so far?
From this season. Well, we have today we did a really funny game. It's like a soccer tennis, but with 2 goals on the end. And there was Aiden, Arturo, Joey Calistri. They used to win this game last year all the time. Like they weren't unbeaten all through the year. And today, guess what?
Oh, you guys took him down.
That we took them down. So that's our highlights of the preseason so far.
That's awesome, man. I do have to ask you one more question, just for me, because
Mhm.
I'm Mexican, and you being in the Southwest for a few years now, first in New Mexico, now over here in Arizona. Do you keep up with like the Mexican leagues? Do you follow the culture that's going around here in Phoenix, or you're still getting a little bit acclimated to it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really follow.
Mhm.
What do you mean, Mexican leagues? The league-
soccer league or the players?
the soccer league in Mexico, or the leagues that are here in the city?
So the soccer leagues in Mexico, like
Uh-huh.
Liga MX, you like ever turn
Yeah.
on the channel, Univision or something?
No, I don't really follow.
Mhm.
Always like watch some random games on TV,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
obviously Manu, Ivan, Arturo,
Yeah.
Jonah, like all those
Yeah.
players, they follow more.
Gotcha.
And sometimes I hear the conversation on the locker room.
Mhm.
Oh, the
So-and-so
Tigres,
won,
Leon,
yeah.
and so- but I don't really follow.
Gotcha.
personally.
Okay. Sounds good. No, I just wanted to ask because, like I said, we had like a big Hispanic population here,
Uh-huh.
a lot of Spanish
What's your team?
speakers. Huh?
What's your Mexican?
Club America.
Club
That's the
America.
one. Yeah, they say I'm like, I just go for all the big teams because I go for Real Madrid. Club America is kind of like the Mexican side of that, but
I mean, Phoenix Rising as well in USL. So
there
you're
you
going
go.
for the big
There
club
you
as
go.
well there.
It's a
you know.
good trend to follow.
Would you believe, though, that he's the one who mentioned New Mexico first? I mean,
Wow.
surely you were expecting to get that from me first.
How can you start that topic?
I'm sorry, Owen. I took your thunder.
Well, speaking of your time at New Mexico, no, this is a nice one now. You obviously had that good cup run with them over there. And we've been talking about a lot because this is the week that we're supposed to get the second round draw for the Open Cup. What does a competition like that mean to you?
It's extremely exciting to play in the Open Cup and to face, teams from different divisions, and obviously getting the opportunity to play against MLS opposition on an official game. So for us, obviously, it's very important. I was talking to Bobby, our GM, and he was like, "Man, this is very important. Like how can we do to win to have a successful run?" So I think everybody wants to have a long run in the Open Cup, and it's a very exciting competition. So it's good that they brought it back, because for the last 2 years we couldn't compete in this one because of COVID. So it's good. It's gonna be good to see who we get in the draw, and we go from there.
Are you looking forward to maybe scoring against another MLS team? Because I think you scored against Minnesota United, right?
Yeah. That was a great feeling.
Yeah.
Because it was the 1-0 in the quarterfinals of the Open Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, we got smacked after that. But it was a great feeling to be winning a great stadium like the Allianz Field, and hopefully we can repeat some good moments like that.
And of course, we'll stick on that theme of a certain former club of yours. But, when you made the decision to move over here, obviously that contributed quite a bit, I guess, to the rivalry between those two teams, especially because at that point, New Mexico had only been playing for a year. The teams had only met a certain number of times. What does it, I guess, mean to you that, I guess, that's part of your legacy as a footballer in this league, is you helped to drive that rivalry between those two clubs?
Well, that's fantastic then. That's a good reputation for me, because I think what this league needs is more rivalries, those big games. And I think, obviously, with Tampa, Louisville, Orange County now, all those teams, we are creating those rivalries. And for me to be part of that New Mexico and Phoenix rivalry, which I think they are very, very exciting games for the last 2-3 years that we've been playing against each other. I mean, it's a great time, when fans travel from one place to the other and go to the, when Phoenix Rising went to Albuquerque for the first time, they brought, you guys brought a lot of fans into the stadium. So that environment, I think the players get, they feed off of the energy. So for us as players, it's great to have these rivalries. And at the end of the day, we just like, playing. We are all friends outside of the field,
but on the pitch,
like Jose Mourinho said in one of the documentaries, like it's like Vegas. What happens on the field stays on the field. Outside of that, we kind of we let it go.
And of course, when you got a chant from the Bandidos going, we know what the last line of that chant is. I'm sure you know what it is.
I cannot recall. Maybe you have to sing it for me.
There you go, Owen.
You're not getting me singing on here, but I think if our producers here scroll right back up to, there we go. There's the comment.
You got to read it though.
Which one?
Okay, there you go. Santi Moar. He's gonna score some goals. What do you think those first two letters are hinting at?
I cannot get the rhythm.
That's why you have to sing it, Owen.
Well, the next three words are "fuck New Mexico," but I
didn't know. How would you expect me to know that?
I feel like that shot's fired at the Bandidos, boys. You got to up your game next time. They've got to hear you.
Well, I'm
hear the specific words.
I'm focused on the game. Like I just don't.
As you should. Yeah. No. Definitely. No, I think those rivalries, like you're saying, they're great. They're amazing, and especially, with those U.S. Open Cup runs that they had in that year, it just ups the ante more and more. So every time you meet, it's like the clash of the titans. You have the Rising, and now you kind of stirring the pot a little bit by jumping ship. I like it. I love it. Appreciate it.
That's good.
It's kind of like Luis Figo. Luis Figo jumping ships from Barca to Real Madrid. There you go.
All right. As long as we keep scoring on them, that's good.
That's awesome. And we did want to ask you, Owen and myself. So last year there were a couple of other Spanish players on the team, right? John Vaquero and Aguinaga, and they're no longer here. Are you gonna miss those guys? You still keep in contact with them?
Yeah, I still chat with them, and obviously, I really, liked having them. They
Mhm.
were the ones that were here when I first got here, so they made my.
Were they the ones recruiting you when?
Yeah, they were. They were the first ones to say, "Hey, come on,
Yeah.
come to
It's not that bad
Phoenix."
over here.
It's not that bad over here. So obviously, they were a big factor of them for
Mhm.
me to come here.
Yeah.
And obviously now, without them, I'll definitely miss them in the locker room and in the city as well.
Yeah.
But obviously,
Were they your going out buddies out to the town?
yeah.
Yeah.
We hung out a lot, but obviously they have different things going for them now,
Yeah.
and I'll be cheering them on.
Yeah, fantastic. Any of the new players that have been catching your eye on the field that you were like, oh, okay, I didn't expect that out of you? I know you said Babu with the fashion sense, but anybody on the field that?
Yeah, on the field, both Babu, Marcus. I
Yeah.
think Carlos Anguiano has a lot of potential. Obviously Ben Lund now with the coming back in the goalkeeping position. So I think we will have a lot of good players. Obviously with Greg also on top and Richie, and I don't know. We gotta see a lot more from everybody. Obviously in these preseason games we'll tell a little bit more. But very excited with the guys that just came.
Yeah, good group of guys that they brought in. Have you gotten a chance to hang out with Greg by any chance, or just on the field?
No, he recently arrived.
Okay.
He also had visa issues, so he had to go to Scotland for a little bit. He's back now, so I recently met him a few days ago. So yeah, I didn't get to hang out with him a long time, but he's a very good dude.
So here's a question that someone asked me earlier to ask you, but if you could pick another player in USL on any team to essentially steal and bring him over here to Phoenix, you could pick one player that you'd want to bring in. Who would it be?
Wow, that's interesting. I don't know. There's a lot of good players that I really like. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, to be honest, because they are rivals. So I just don't want to give them any more confidence.
Look at him! Look at this PR work is really good. See,
yeah,
gotta give him a shout out over here.
I have my opinions, but I just don't. I don't want to.
Arguably, we should have gotten the beer out of the fridge earlier, and then maybe
we might have
a few more answers out.
Maybe.
Hey, and speaking of beer, Owen, on your piece with Santi, you used to bartend a little bit, right?
Yeah,
back in the day, long time
growing up, I think it was a summer that I went from college. I went back to Spain and I spent a month bartending.
Yeah. Would you do it again or not do it again?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, not right now, but as I said, anything that brings money to the table, and I don't feel bad doing anything. I used to wash dishes in college when I was to get some extra cash. So, I'm very humble in that aspect, and I would do literally anything if I need to.
Yeah, respect that, man. Did you have a special drink or a favorite drink that you like personally?
Estrella Galicia.
Ooh.
You can find it in Total Wine.
Okay.
I already got
there
it.
you go. Tell him
So
Santi sent you.
That's my go-to. Very good beer.
Okay. But you're more of a beer guy, liquor, kind of just keep it chill?
A beer. I'm more like a beer guy.
Yeah. Nice.
One, not 20.
No, not 20, yeah. Not going over here. We'll go and get a beer later.
Should we take a few questions from Twitter then? And from
if you got them.
All right, so one question from Twitter here, which is, which opponent are you most looking forward to play against and why?
I'm ready to play Tampa at home. That game is, I'm really looking forward to that game. Also going to Louisville. I think that's going to be, a great match in their stadium. So those two teams, especially playing the East this year, is going to be pretty cool.
Do you look forward to? I believe the Louisville game over there is going to be on ESPN too. Are you like, hey, this is the time? This is the big lights. Does that put any pressure on you, or does that give you more confidence?
Yeah, I mean you added a little bit of pressure. You add excitement. But those are the games that we want.
Yeah.
And I think the more pressure there is, the better we play. So
Gotcha.
those are the the 2 games that I really look forward to
Nice.
this year.
One there in the chat, which is what is something that you wish to see more from the fans during the games?
What do I wish?
Yeah,
to
what
see?
do you want to see more from the fans?
Oh, I mean, I think, and this is not a PR answer. This is, I think they do incredible with all the support that we are having during the games and also outside of the stadium. So I don't know. They do also very cool tifos
The
and
tifos.
logos.
You want yours again?
and
The one like that?
They could create something like that, but I really enjoy the environment that they bring every single game and all the fireworks, all the smoke bombs.
Yeah.
Especially the fireworks. Yeah, if the guy in the corner wants to cover his ears there, and yeah, a few more fireworks.
A few more. Bring
A
it.
few
Bring
more.
it.
That's awesome. Well, thank you. Shout out to everybody that's currently watching us. Again, if you have any couple more questions here for Santi, let us know. Any others that you have, Owen?
You put me on the spot there. I
I'm
thought
on-
we were putting
that's- hey,
Santi
we
on
put
the
Santi
spot.
on the
I
spot,
thought
put
that
you
was
on the
the
spot,
plan.
put me on the spot.
I mean,
Here, I'll ask Santi one because we were talking about it before that in one of the other podcasts that you had. Your teammates had like a Rocket League kind of tournament in the background. Do you play any like video games? Are you into any of that stuff?
I don't play a lot of video games.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a friend that has a simulator for like driving simulator.
Okay.
And that's like a video game.
Yeah.
But
Like with the seat and everything.
Yeah.
And
But I really like driving. I really like go karting and all those things. So
are you into like F1, anything like that?
I do
Yeah.
follow F1 a lot.
Okay,
So
man.
those are the things that I wake up on Sundays
Yeah.
at 6 a.m. to
Yeah, they're
to
early,
watch,
huh?
the Shanghai race or the
There's a Mexican driver. I think he's for Red Bull, Chaco.
Chaco Perez.
Chaco Perez.
Checo
There you go.
Perez.
Yeah, he's getting better every year, so that's why I kind of pay attention a little bit more now. But
No, it's,
that's awesome, man.
It's very good.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, no, like so you're big into cars. Do you go like next to the track in the stadium?
Yeah, there's a track right
Yeah.
next to the Radford Racing guys. They're pretty cool. So
Yeah.
we did like a team bonding activity.
Okay.
We went go karting as a team, and it's
Who's
always
the worst driver?
Prince. He every time he was taking a turn, he was looking out like if somebody was coming,
Yeah.
he would let him go. So he's very fast on
Yeah.
the field, but he wasn't fast on track.
Oh, man.
He was definitely not fast on track. So.
you're looking forward because Prince now he's moved on to Hartford, right?
Hartford,
so you're
correct.
going to be playing against
we'll
him
be
this
playing against
season.
him this
You're looking
year,
forward
so-
to coming up against him.
Yeah, I really like him. So and he's a really cool dude. So I hope he goes to Hartford and he gets the opportunity that he deserves and he's been working on, and I think he's gonna be a great fit for both, for the team and for him as well. So hopefully he's got a good season this year.
No, it's gonna be great. Awesome. I think I'm out of questions, Santi. But
You got a lot of questions. Well, I did a good job then.
No, you did it perfectly. We do have a lot of fans watching us right now. Anything you want to tell the fans that are coming to the game? I think they're going to be able to come to the Louisville game in a couple of weeks, so they're going to be there in the South End cheering you on and everywhere else. But do you have a message to the fans that you want to tell them, that something about the season that's coming up?
Well, just obviously, if you can come to the preseason games in, I think it's Louisville, February 19th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
We'll play for the first time under the lights on a preseason game in White Horse Pass. So that's gonna be interesting. But besides that, just stay patient because the season is pretty long.
Yeah.
We are not gonna win the trophy in March or in April or in June.
Mm-hmm.
We are gonna try to bring a good show, to entertain, to bring goals, to enjoy the process to get to the trophy, obviously. So
yeah,
but stay there until the playoffs come, and we'll have a good season this year.
That's awesome, man.
I'm positive.
One question about that, because there's playoffs in Spain, right? But it's more like a league table, right? And the Liga, did that surprise you when you got over here, that America is so like playoffs everything and not just the league table like it usually is in Europe?
Yeah, obviously for us, winning the regular season or getting high seed in the West, for us is we call it we count it as a title.
Yeah.
So for us, it's very important to have a good regular season.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, the most important is the playoff. It would be nice if it was like some promotion relegation thing that we could, win
Yeah.
the playoffs and then go into the next league or something like
Yeah.
that. But it's still fun because those
Yeah.
games are win or go home. So
Mhm.
I think that brings the excitement into the people,
Yeah.
because going into PKs or overtime, and I think it's exciting.
Yeah.
So I don't mind the playoff system at all.
That's awesome.
Well, there can be promotion. Just make sure you check in that seat before you go. There's not like a couple of 100 million sitting in the back of the
Well,
sitting in the back of the chair there.
exactly. Well, that's how it works.
Awesome. Santi, thank you so much for coming down here to our show and being so, nice and willing to answer all these questions. I know we had some PR answers there, but we appreciate you coming in and I love it. Look forward to a great season, man. I know you had a fantastic season. USL MVP finalist last season. I want you to get that MVP, man. You're gonna do great, man.
Let's go for that.
Owen and myself are gonna be on the side just cheering you on. But appreciate it, man. Anytime you want to come down, you're welcome anytime. We'll see if Owen's available. We gotta figure out his schedule, but you're welcome anytime, man.
Thank you so much. It was nice to have a football chat with you guys, and
We'll hook up for a Real Madrid game. See if Vinicius can score a couple.
Let's catch up then.
Yeah.
I'll give that one a pass.
All right, awesome. Any last words, Owen?
No, that's about it.
Awesome. And well, thank you so much to everybody watching us. We appreciate your comments, tuning in. If you haven't yet, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully we'll be able to get more rising players here to ask them more questions and get to know them a little bit better. And again, if you haven't yet, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back again next Tuesday with another show. There is a game on Saturday, right? Against Sporting Kansas City.
Indeed. Yep.
So we'll get you a report on that. And then the week after that, it's going to be open for the fans for you guys to come down for the Louisville City game. So looking forward to that. But that's it from my end. Again, my name is Ramon Chavez, Owain Evans, Santi Moar. Thank you so much again. And we'll see you next time. Take care.